Family, how many times in the church are we called to do something that we've never done before? Peter went through a little bit of a change for himself, but perhaps a little bit different, as we'll find. We know the journey of Peter, for those of us that have been following the story. He was one of the first disciples called by Jesus, a fisherman that was called to be fishers of people. He was then an apostle, but before that, he walked with Jesus toward the cross, denied him, had his fair share of shortcomings, perhaps shortcomings we can identify with at different seasons of our life. But after the resurrection of Jesus, Peter was restored. And it was then, after the ascension of Jesus, that Peter became an apostle, a bold leader for the church. We find Peter now in a humbler place, and we see God beginning to expand his heart and mind. He's staying with a tanner, which for those of you that know the Torah, a Jew would never be caught dead in the house of someone who prepared meat. It would have made them ritually unclean to be with the people of God, let alone to serve it. But God was doing something new, and by the will of God, Peter was receiving hospitality and shelter from Simon the tanner. On this day, in our reading today, we find Peter receiving a vision, something new from God. The old is gone, the new is come. There's a sheet brought down directly from heaven, we understand from God, that Peter is then forced to make some decisions. The Word of God with a blanket like for a picnic that was reaching far and wide, north, south, east, west, is set before Peter, and he receives the instructions. Peter, take and eat. Take and eat. We hear Peter's hesitation. He's never done this before. Family, how many times in the church are we called to do something that we've never done before? This happens for Peter. Again, he was a devout Jew. He depended on the laws and customs and cultural experience of his upbringing in that nation. He did not believe these animals before him were good for him to eat. He wanted to serve God faithfully, and previously, eating any of these things would have disqualified him.